Just bounce to this.
Welcome back to Lesson 2, everyone. My name is Brandon Clements. Let's get started and pick up where we left off last time. What I'm going to do first off is just take this part of the clock here and you know what? Let's delete those back faces on the top part of this clock because we don't really need those at all. So I'll swap in and out of these different views, selecting and deselecting what I would like. Those back faces selected, and we'll just go ahead and blow those out of there. They are now deleted, so we don't have to worry about those, and we keep our management of our scene down pretty low. And then what I'd like to do is select these two faces here and create a loop selection by hitting L on the keyboard. And I would just kind of like to separate the top part from the bottom part of this clock because the detail is different and we don't want to add too many edges where we don't need them. So we're going to make those separate objects. So to separate this from the mesh below, it's super easy. You just literally Control X and then Control V, and we can paste. And you can see once we cut those edges from the mesh, we paste them back, that they're separate objects. So that's kind of my way of getting around stuff like that. And you can see here, and if you look at our concept art, I would like to actually go ahead and add some holding edges here because I know I'm going to want to smooth this object out. So the holding edges are actually there because if you have 3 consecutive edges in a row flowing around corners or also on the sides and up and down, those are going to create very hard seam edges for you. I hit Shift Tab on the keyboard to do Pixar subdivision surfaces. You can see that the edges that have the most resolution or the ones that are closer together create this hard seam, and then everything else just kind of looks you know, kind of averaged out. So I'm going to kind of just go over here and hit uniform and do the same thing here and just adding in edges where I know that I want those edges to be creased. I said edges a lot there. So we'll go ahead and put some there. We'll see what that looks like. Is that getting the desired result that I would like? Yes, that's not looking too bad. So then we'll go back and check out adding some more resolution in here. And the great thing about Modo 2 with this loop slice tool is that when you click and we hit uniform, we can also use this preserve curvation. I believe that's what it's called, preserve curvature, curvation. Preserve curvature in there. So we can add those into our arch and get us enough resolution so that when we smooth it, we have everything we need there to keep that shape that I had before. So looking pretty nice. We can even, let's see, I'm going to try and raise this up and select these edges here and just kind of finesse this a little bit until I get kind of the right curve that I want. Looking pretty cool there. We may just want to add one edge in here. I think it's looking pretty good. So let's move on. Let's go back down to this part of the clock and we're going to start adding some more circles with our perfect circle script that we have. So I'm just adding edges where I think I need them. And I don't want to add an edge particularly through here. I could have preserve curvature on, but you could see as Modo actually does a pretty good job of adding this in and knowing where to put that. So, but you can see it's kind of, it's still not perfect how I would like it. So if we don't put in the horizontal edges in, that would probably be best for us. Let's just add them in the vertical sense right here so that we can grab some of these faces and let's run our perfect circle script. So I'm going to hit P-E-R, perfect circle, and we'll run that. Redo this. What I would like to do is hit B and then scale it in this way so then we can get it kind of smaller. So something like this, and then we can select, there we go, and pull it in. And I would like this to kind of be on the middle part of this clock. So something there, because we're going to have a big watch face and then small ones here on the side. And let's see. Now I'm not particularly happy with the edges that I'm given here, because this is looking pretty weird. So what I'm going to do is just kind of draw in what I'd like to see. And what I'd like to see is this coming over, something like this. And I'm using the edge cut tool, or the edge slice tool, but just hitting C on my keyboard to bring that up. Okay, so we'll do something like this. And then I'm going to bring this over again. To there.
Just bounce to this.
Okay, so let's extrude this back now. Pull these back. Kind of scale them in like this. Shift click to do it one more time. Okay, so we have this portion here. We'll go through and redraw all these lines and kind of reroute them around the clock so we don't disturb this perfect circle here in the face. And let's start adding more detail around the centerpiece. Okay, so I'm going to take this, scale it to 0, and then come here on this bottom part and just bring it down. Scale this to 0 again, and pull this down. Select this vertice to be able to pull it up. Okay, so obviously we're going to be able to run this down along the corner part. So when we smooth it, that corner will be nice and have a nice bevel to it, or a nice rounded edge. And we'll connect all of these up using the edge slice tool. So I've been adding loops with the loop slice, and then I've been connecting them up using the edge slice, and just using that variation of the C command. Okay, and then we'll select these edges that I just pretty much drew out and created, and then bring those forward. extruding those forward into something like that. Okay, so we have some of these lines over here that we're going to clean up and we're going to redraw. But right now, I think we're running a little bit too long, so I'm going to catch you guys in the next lesson. Thanks a lot, and remember to comment with any questions that you have, and also subscribe so you guys get updates to all the lessons that are coming out after this. So we'll see you guys in the next lesson. Thanks a lot.